I'd love for you guys to talk a little bit about how you kind of used really amazing direct-to-fans and your whole plan, right, to get to where you are right now. I'd love for you guys to talk a little bit about that.
Sure, absolutely. So just real quick as far as background, when we had started Karmin, neither of us really kind of were like doing what we were planning to do as Karmin. So I was a trombone player. So we met at Berklee, we graduated, and then there was no jobs anywhere. We're like, well, let's just take matters in our own hands, and literally we just had an idea. That was it, to start our own group.
Yeah.
Because we were a couple, we were always together.
Always together.
So I was a trombone player, and I decided to learn. You were like, well, why don't you just learn keys and learn that little box thing called a cajon.
That drum.
That drum thing.
And I picked up a used guitar somewhere, and we just started shedding our instruments. And from the very beginning, we had this hunger. And when I learned what D2F was, direct to fan, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool, because it's like kind of happened organically for us. We found out after graduating Berklee and spending all this time thinking about our music, we realized that we wanted to play music for other people. We wanted to enjoy performing for other people. So direct to fan was really natural for us. Immediately gravitated towards Facebook, and obviously YouTube was a big platform for us because it was free, and we just uploaded these really low quality videos.
Yeah, so the idea behind that was just like, we thought we had something cool sonically, but we also thought it was something cool visually as well. And we wanted to put a lot of personality into it and kind of like find something that was unique to us specifically.
But have it somewhere where people could comment and interact with us directly.
Right. And so that was YouTube, and it's completely free, and we are the cheapest people ever, dude. So we figured like,
we didn't spend any money on marketing,
anything that we need to do, let's just figure out why, the people that they are paying to do this, what do they know?
Right.
So we'll figure that out, and then we'll just do it ourselves. So that was the idea for everything.
It was very organic.
And there was a lot of stuff too, like you talk about the actual, literally like, so to make the YouTube videos, we had to learn how to record them, right? Because we didn't know how to do that. So we literally had, and actually a lot of stuff we actually took BerkleeMusic.com classes.
Yes, we did.
To figure out how to do that. Because Amy worked there.
Production. So I learned guitar on Berklee Music.
Amy was shedding guitar classes, exactly. So we took a lot of those stuff in production, with Peter Bell, stuff like that. So we took a lot of those classes to like get the basics to figure out how to do it. And then at that point, we had a good grasp. So then we could kind of, try to make everything else fit from there.
I think there's a misconception sometimes where you're like this, and then all of a sudden you're like this, right? But for you, from me looking at it, you guys had an incremental growth like this, but then you did have one that really made it happen. Can you talk a little bit about that incremental growth, like what you were doing, what you were seeing that worked, and then the one that really kind of made you explode?
Yeah, it was definitely the rap element. The visual was going great. I mean, people were like, you guys are so cute, and are you guys brother and sister? There's all these like other things, like her hairstyles are crazy. What are they wearing? I mean, it was more than just the music. And eventually Top 40 Radio, as of recent, is a lot of rapping. It's a lot of hip hop inspired music. So it was perfect when we realized that we couldn't afford to hire a rapper to come in and collab with us. And Nick was like, Amy, you gotta rap. And I was like, this is gonna be horrible. I spent my whole life trying to be this great singer. And little did we know I could rap. I didn't think that people would like it, but they did. And so we started rapping. I mean, little things.
Features.
Little features,
like,
and like,
with Pitbull features and stuff here and there. And
so when we heard Look at Me Now, it was like one of the hottest rap tracks of the year. We were like, we got to cover this. And
there's the whole speed element. So of course, Chris Brown has this little, his thing in the beginning, but of course everyone is freaking out over Bus's verse.
Yes.
So not only is it really fast, but it's, as far as the breathing and everything, it's just extremely difficult to do, like in a live take.
By the way, it's like completely R-rated. I mean, there's like 9,000 curse words.
There's a couple of them.
We were known for being like happy and like quirky and clean. So it took some editing, and Nick heard me practicing in the other room, and he was like, I think we could really do this. Like, when would you be ready to do it? And I was like, let's record it tomorrow.
All right. and so we did. And so, it was the 6th take, and we, it was the whole take all the way through. The first major blog to pick it up, it hit the blogs first. I think was worldstarhiphop.com, which is a pretty, like, it's like legit hip hop.
That's like the street as far as like cool stuff. And
it's video based, right?
It is, yeah. They post they feature a video every day, and so we were up there. It got several million hits there that weren't counted on YouTube.
Right.
So there's
they ripped it. It was a different video.
They ripped the file.
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
So I think Perez Hilton does the same, and it's a lot of stuff that's not counted. So we can say like, oh, it has 66 million hits today, but it might be like 100.
Yeah.
But it hit that blog. It hit Reddit.com, which is also kind of a niche blog.
And then of course Perez Hilton, Just Jared,
Ryan Seacrest's website,
and they were all endorsing it.
Yeah.
How soon after you posted the video did this happen?
The next day.
The next day.
The next day, everybody picked it up.
We had 1,000 emails. Pretty much every major label.
The next day.
The next day.
Well, there were a couple from the rest of the labels came in like the next week or something, or like right.
Yeah.
But so we uploaded on Tuesday, and then on Friday we got a call from one of Ellen's producers.
Yeah.
Just saying, because she has a YouTube segment and stuff like that. So just kind of screening us to see if we were crazy or not. After Ellen, of course, it spreads it wide open and introduces a whole new audience and kind of goes even more crazy. And then a lot of the labels, so we meet with all the labels and do that. And then we have the talk internally about what the hell we want to do next.
Yeah, with our attorney and our new attorney, who's like, you guys might be the first legit act from YouTube. That would be really big if that happened.
What does that even mean?
We're like, yes, that's the plan.
But it was, everybody, of course, kind of thought novelty at first. And then we played them a lot of our original music and stuff, and they were like, oh, okay, I get it.
I mean, we're not like spring chickens. Like a lot of the major artists have a career when they're 14 years old. And I was so hungry. I was like, I grew up in Nebraska. He grew up in Maine. We have no resources. There's no labels. You can't go to a label showcase or a talent show, really. Not a real one. I mean, shopping malls were pretty sweet, but I was so hungry to discover how I could do it by myself, because this is a new thing. I mean, even 5 years ago, what we did would not be possible.